Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to part 2 of getting your period back naturally. So I asked some people on my Instagram what questions they had for me about getting their period back naturally. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up those questions. And I'll leave my Instagram username right here, that way you can go check it out there. But I'm going to go ahead and dive into this questionnaire. So the first question is, I just want to know what your got it back naturally means. So what I mean by getting it back naturally is basically that I wasn't using any medications, as in like prescribed medications or anything. So I was using only natural supplements, and I got it back by what I was eating, my seed cycling, and not choosing to go to a doctor to get it back. So that's overall what I mean. And then also, because so many people think that going on the birth control pill, including me before I went on it, is getting your period back, but you're not actually getting your period back. So that is what I meant, is that I'm getting my natural period back, and I'm doing it naturally with the food that I'm eating and the things that I'm doing. Okay, so the second question is, when recovering, did you completely cut out exercise and did you gain weight? So I did not completely cut out exercise at all. Working out is something that's a part of my lifestyle. I love it. So I continue. Usually I work out 5 days a week, and I usually do this. Usually I do weightlifting exercises 4 days out of the week and 1 HIIT workout. However, I will say I did start to cut down on my HIIT workouts. Whenever I did do a HIIT workout, I started to only do around 3 rounds of it and then just do some yoga rather than doing 5 rounds of a high intensity workout. And that was really because I was trying not to overwork myself. So whenever you're doing weightlifting, obviously I do get worn out, but it's a different kind of getting worn out. So I will say I did cut down on my HIIT workout. As for gaining weight, I did not gain weight. I actually lost a couple pounds. However, I think that's because I came off the birth control pill, and that could have gotten rid of some tension or some water retention in my body or something. So I did lose some weight. However, I will say that I also changed my diet predominantly to a plant-based diet, and I think that had a significant impact on that. So I'm not going to necessarily say that losing my period or not having it made me lose weight in a way. So the next question that was asked was, did I lose it from being overactive with working out? I've lost mine because of running. So I do think that I lost my period the first time around, whenever I lost it for 11 months. I think I lost it because of overworking myself, but not just because I was exercising. It's because I wasn't fueling my body properly. So if you've lost your period and the doctor tells you, just like they told me, that it's because of exercise, it's bullcrap. Don't listen to them. You can lose your period because of exercise. I get that, but it's because only if you're overworking yourself and not fueling your body properly. So I was overworking my body and not giving it the right nutrients that it needed. However, this time around, I'm making sure I'm eating a lot of carbs. I'm eating the right nutrients for my body. So you need to know what is right for your body, and trust me, you probably are not eating enough. You probably think you are, but I guarantee you're probably not. So if you're running and losing your period, just make sure that you're fueling it enough nutrients that it needs. And that includes macronutrients and micronutrients. And I also really recommend getting into macronutrients, at least doing it for a little bit, to kind of know what your body needs, because I thought that I was eating so much at one point, and then whenever I got my macronutrients figured out for me by a personal trainer, I was like, wow, I needed to eat a lot more carbs. So definitely check into that. I think it's a great tool to be able to know how to do. And I don't track my macronutrients all the time now, but I do think it's good to know. But I also kind of know, because I tracked for so long, how much I need to be eating. So make sure you're eating enough. He said, do you mind me asking what you did and how long it took? So if you want to see what I did to get my period back, check this video. I'll put it, I forget which side it's on, but it's on one of these sides. It's a video that I just did. So part 1 to this one, I tell you how I got it back. So definitely go watch that video first. And then it took me, taking me a little over a month to get it back. Let me check my calendar real quick. So it took me 1 month and 1 week exactly to get my period back. So this is actually very good timing, and I'm very proud of that. But like I said, I was implementing a lot of things the month before I started going off the pill, and then I also started the supplement. So I definitely recommend looking into my last video, like I said, in order to figure out how to get your period back naturally. And also just research. That way you know what you need to do as well. The next question is, if you had to give like one main tip of what to do in order to get your period back, what would it be? My suggestion would probably be, I don't know, this is hard. It goes between clean up your nutrition and check what supplements you need, because you can be low on a lot of vitamins or something without realizing it, and that can really affect your period. So it ties between those two, but I always recommend eating a clean diet. I guess I'll do clean diet, because if you're eating a pretty healthy diet and getting as many micronutrients as possible, then you shouldn't be too deficient on a lot of vitamins and things, but it's always good to still check, because sometimes you do need to supplement. So somebody asked me what were my hormone levels. So I did get my blood checked, as I said in my last video, but I got it checked whenever I was on the pill, and so my estrogen level was so low, you guys. It was ridiculous. But I was on the pill, so it was not an accurate representation of what my actual hormone levels are or were at the time. So I do plan on getting my blood tested again, and it'll be at the end of July, which will be 3 months off the pill, and that will tell me what my actual hormone levels are and if they're working out properly. If you're having troubles with your certain hormones being low or high, I definitely recommend to start seed cycling, as I explained in my last video, and then I also recommend start supplementing and reading which supplements you need. I recommend reading the book Period Repair Manual, because she has so many things in there for pretty much everything: PCOS, high estrogen, low estrogen, everything like that. So I recommend looking into that book and really just reading as to what you need in order to help balance out your hormone levels. Somebody asked, was my period heavy, or did it hurt whenever it came back or anything like that? So before I went on birth control pill, I never had any cramps, you guys. Never had any cramps, never heavy bleeding, never back pain or anything. Whenever I went on the pill, I had such bad back pain and cramps and everything. So this go around, I did have pretty bad cramps and back pain the first day of my period, but nothing crazy. And then after that first day, it was completely gone. So it definitely wasn't bad at all. But that can be different for everybody. And also, if you're not fueling your body, once again, with the proper food, then it can be worse. I fuel my body with really good food and try to get in as many greens, as many micronutrients and everything as possible. So I definitely think that that helps. So somebody asked, do I work out on my period, or was I working out? So, which kind of goes along with the question, did I cut out exercise? So I already kind of answered that, but I will say whenever I did start my period again now, on my period, so the first 3 days, I did work out today, and it's the last day of my period. However, I will say the past 3 days, I have not worked out one time, and I'm trying to do better about listening to my body, because used to, whenever I had my period, whenever I was on the pill, I just push through the workout and be like, you're just trying to make an excuse, you're being lazy and stuff. But listen to your body, please, because your body does try to tell you things, and I can tell now if I'm just being lazy or if I really do need to rest. So I just did things like yoga and stretching. Try to do around 15 to 30 minutes of yoga or stretching whenever you're on your period, and that is at least still getting your body moving, but it is not overexerting it. It is okay to be lazy whenever you're on your period, because it can hurt sometimes, and you should also be allowing your body to get that rest that it needs, because it is going through a cycle right now where it needs rest. Just listen to your body and figure out what your body is telling you and what feels best for you. So somebody asked, was I taking anything? If you watched my last video, then like I said, I took the Balance Alani Nu supplement, and I really do think that it helped. It has a lot of great things in it, like DIM and everything. I was also taking still am taking another supplement that has folate and zinc in it. But that once again just comes down to do your research and figure out what supplements you need for your body, as well as really look into herbs and everything, because those can be very helpful. That really just depends on which path you want to take. Like I said, I do plan on going on more of a natural herbal supplement after a couple months of being on Alani, in order just to even go more natural with balancing out my hormones than just taking a supplement. But just figure out what works best for your body. But I do definitely recommend checking out the Alani Nu pill, just because it did obviously work for me, and it has worked for a lot of other people. So somebody asked how long my period was gone. So technically I haven't had a real period in forever, because I was on the pill. But like I said, so I went 11 months without having a period in my senior to freshman year of my senior year of high school to my freshman year of college. Got it back one time, went another 3 months without having it, got it back one more time in that December, and then didn't have it again until I went on the pill, or didn't have it again until I went on the pill, and then I thought I was having it, but really haven't. So haven't had an actual natural menstrual cycle since high school, and I am a junior in college now. So been a hot minute, but I'm here to tell you, you can get it back, and trust me, it feels great to get it back. Okay, so that's it for the questions that I got asked, but I just want to talk on one little point real quick, and that is that you want your natural period. So periods are something that is seen as you don't want it, it's awful, it's painful and all this kind of stuff, but I'm here to tell you that periods are actually a wonderful thing because it tells you that your body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I definitely recommend just start reading what is actually going on your period and during that time. It is so beneficial to your health, and it's amazing what our bodies can do. And so I definitely recommend just reading into that because you want your body to ovulate, you want your body to release out its toxins, you want to be able to have those cycles. So I hope that you like this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't checked out my first video, go do that now. That tells you the history of my period and also how I got it back.